The Belize Tourism Board has been taking some serious hits in the courtroom lately. In two separate but remarkably similar cases, the courts have ruled that the BTB wrongfully terminated two of its top executives, Director of Marketing Misty and Director of Tourism Karen Bevans, and must pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. Let's start with Misty Michael was hired permanently in 2019 and signed a 3-year contract in April 2020. But just over a year later, she was let go. The BTB claimed financial strain from the COVID-19 pandemic and invoked a clause in her contract that allowed for termination due to a material change in circumstances. Michael disagreed. She argued that her dismissal was without cause and that she was entitled to the full value of her contract. The trial court sided with her, awarding over $217,000 in damages. The BTB appealed, but the Court of Appeal dismissed the case, finding that while there were procedural missteps, like the minister approving the contract without full board involvement, these didn't invalidate the agreement. The court ruled that the BTB's chairman and vice chairman had ostensible authority to sign the contract, and that Michael had every reason to rely on it. Now, let's rewind to a similar case, Karen Bevans. Bevans served as Director of Tourism from 2014 until her dismissal in 2021. She too had a fixed-term contract, 5 years, signed in April 2019. But when a new administration came into power, she was terminated just 2 years in. The BTB again argued that the contract was invalid and that the termination clause was overly generous. But Justice Genevieve Chabot disagreed. The court found that even though the minister's approval was verbal, it was still valid. And, just like in Michael's case, the court ruled that the BTB's leadership had the authority to sign the contract. These rulings send a clear message. Public bodies must follow their own rules and respect the contracts they sign. If they benefit from someone's work, they can't later claim the contract was invalid. In Bevans' case, the court awarded her nearly $770,000 minus a 1-year salary payment she had already received. The court also dismissed the BTB's attempt to shift blame from former Minister Manuel Heredia to 2 senior board members, ruling they acted in good faith. Both rulings reinforce a powerful precedent that public institutions must honor their contracts and treat employees fairly, and they highlight the need for the BTB to tighten its internal procedures and ensure proper oversight in future appointments. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.